This is where we started 1 year ago. And this is where we are now. After releasing World of Unlit, I wanted to take a well-deserved break. The plan was to make some crappy, super simple multiplayer game and release it on Steam after a month. Yeah, that worked out incredibly well. But the concept for the game is that you build a base with your team and then you defend it against the other team. They respawn in waves until your team is dead or the bomb is defused. After that, you attack their base. In November, the game I wanted to make was done, and I went ahead and released it on Steam. Is what I would have said in some other universe, but no. I am a game developer with attachment issues, and there's just so much more I would like to do here. So I set a new goal, January. In 3 months from now, this game will release. That will give me enough time to make a high quality game while keeping it simple. Yeah. Every time that I make an update for the game, the version number increases by 1. By December, this number was already at 138. Most of the game is working at this point. We are only missing visuals and Polish. In January, the time finally came to release the game in a different universe. In this universe, I left the country. I moved to Palma de Mallorca. Before I was living with my mother in Germany, but now I had to survive on my own. So the priority of this month was just to make money, which took away a lot of time. But I still managed to do some work on the game. At this point I already anticipated what was to happen with this game. I loved working on it. So my life plan became survive to make this game. I also changed the name of the game from Taserlag to Basic 3v3. In March the progress slowed down because I literally spent all day trying to make enough money to pay for rent and for food. By the time April came, I had optimized my life enough to again be able to spend a bit of time every day working on the game. Mainly just Polish, but also things like the scoreboard. In May, I finally made enough money than the bare minimum to survive. This is also the month where I made the robot model. The plan is to have the game released by September. In June I'm writing this changelog. Before I was working on new features and on polishing, but now all the features are in the game. And it's just about polishing now. The goal of releasing in September is realistic. I'm still working 2 jobs to pay my bills, but I optimized my everyday life in a way that I have the most possible time available to work on the game. I'm confident that I will be able to release the game in September. Before I was working 2 separate jobs to pay my bills, but now I start to transition to doing client work instead. I'm also noticing something in the game. The game is designed to be a team experience. The goal is for you to communicate a lot with your team. But right now, the game is only making it possible for intense communication to take place. It is not yet designed to make this communication happen naturally. So I introduce a new mechanic. If you shoot your teammates, you normally do damage to them, but now you heal them. This means you're always looking out for your teammates, and getting damage becomes a reason to quickly communicate with your team. In September I stopped working as an employee and moved to a new apartment in the heart of Palma. In the end of this month, the game is going to get released. Yeah, right. Instead, I add a new feature, shotgun boosting. It's another mechanic to make teamwork natural. You can now push other players by shooting them. And if you time it right, you can do crazy things with this. At this point, I don't just want to release the game anymore. I want to make it perfect. October is cool. I finally add a button so you're able to close the game. Yes, that wasn't in there before. I also made a cutscene for when you open the game. And I hired a 3D modeler. In November I only made bug fixes. December is a big month for the visuals. The lobby is changed to an environment designed by RJ, and the entire shading is reworked to create this very sharp look of the game. A very S-tier month in general. In January, I finally rework the user interface. I realize it doesn't have to look fancy, it just has to A, make sense within the setting, and B, be coherent throughout. That's when I decide to go for this airplane computer style UI. Now you always see how warm it is, how high you are, how fast you are, and even what direction you are facing. There's also a text chat now, so you can trash talk the other team. And in the end of the month, I make the level editor. Now you can build your own layouts of these white, indestructible blocks. But one more thing happens that changes the way I think. If you work on a game like that for such a long time and you test it with the same people over and over again, you have to believe that the game you're making is good. And the danger that I always think about is, what if I am delusional and I am making a game that most people actually don't like at all? On the 10th, the beta starts, and there is a group of 3 that joins to play with us. And they are playing against other players that have been playtesting for a long time before. So they're getting completely destroyed. So bad that one of them just quits, and none of them actually had fun. I am not a person that writes a lot of diary or something, but the day that followed, I did write something, because I never want to forget this day. It's a bit cringy, but I want to read this diary entry to you.
Today was a crazy day. I started off very sad. I was almost crying the entire morning because yesterday there was a guy who really didn't enjoy playing. He quit. So I had doubts if I made a game that was actually good. I thought about it a lot this morning. But then Storleon and I planned out a tournament. We messaged every person in the server to participate. A lot of people joined, and they all had an amazing time. I was messaged even, and they said they want to do it again. In this entire book that I have for like, I don't know, 6 months, this is the only diary entry there is in this book.
I don't participate in the tournament myself, I just see the Discord server filling up with people. And in the end, I see the messages of people telling me how much they like it. Since then, we are making tournaments every weekend. February is this month. All that's happening right now is polishing and fixing some bugs that decide to come up at the very last minute. But the game itself is pretty much done. I really enjoy just working on this project, and I could just work on it forever and be happy, but then no one else gets to be happy because of the game. So in a couple of days we're going to release it. I don't know exactly when, because I'm gonna flip a coin every day, but you can already play it today. We're opening up the beta for everyone. Just write a comment that you would like to have a key, and I will reply to you with a Steam key for the game. And yeah,